What's up guys, in today's video I'm going to show you the trade that got me my second ever funded 25k account with Apex. If you guys don't know, my name is John. I used to trade options on Webull with a cash account, but I totally switched over to futures trading, and I'm primarily using futures prop firms like Apex, TopStep, and Take Profit Trader, as well as my funded futures to try and get to payouts, right? I've totally switched over my strategy. I used to trade options with the break and retest, but I totally switched over to a new concept, a new strategy taught by ICT, which is the fair value gap strategy, as well as the inverse fair value gap strategy. And that's what I used to get my second ever funded account, right? This is all brand new to me. Futures is brand new, futures prop trading is brand new. So I just wanted to jump in and show you guys how it looked. And once you guys pass the eval, you get a certificate once you pay for your one-time activation fee. So it's a 25k Trade account. Like I said, it's through Apex. So right now I have 50k in funding. My goal is to get to 100k, and then once I get to 100k in funding, I'm gonna go ahead and cycle the accounts. I am not gonna copy trade them right away. I'm gonna wait till I get to 10, and then I'll copy trade 5, and then I'll trade individually the other 5, just because like mentally I don't think I'll be able to handle the ups and downs of copy trading all of them, especially if you know how much work goes into passing one of these. So I'm just going to start slow for now. Like I said, this is new to me as far as futures trading and whatnot, so I'm just going to take it slow and see how it goes. But I do want to get to my first payout ever, and if you guys want to follow along and you like what you're seeing so far, go ahead and subscribe so we can go on this journey together. But I just wanted to show you the certificate real quick of what you get, and then we're gonna go ahead and jump into the actual charting software so I can show you the actual trade setup, right? So what I was looking at is I'm on TradingView. This is how I take my trades, and right now is what you're looking at here. This is an indicator that maps out the Asia session as well as the London session, and what it does is it maps out the kill zones, right? So these are the zones where this session is popping. And if you want to know what indicator that is, it's called the ICT kill zones by TFO. Go ahead and put that one in there, especially if you're trading ICT concepts, especially with the fair value gap or the inverse fair value gap. You're going to want to know these levels because they're major draws on liquidity, right? So what I was looking for in this particular trade was a fair value gap setup. And the reason why I was looking at it was because once we're here on Asia, you can see that we kind of had a bullish ending to this kill zone, right? We were making higher highs and just a lot of momentum going up. And so what I wanted to look for was basically, I kind of thought that we could make a run up to this true day open, which is another major draw on liquidity. So what I was looking for was to go into a higher time frame to see if I can see if there was a fair value gap setting up on the higher time frame. So what I did was I went to the 1 hour, and so once I was over here on the 1 hour chart, I was looking for a fair value gap, right? Because that's the first part of the strategy. So once I was here, I saw, right, this is pretty much Asia right here, and you can see we got 1 2 3, and so the gap in between, that's where the fair value gap is set up, right? So I drew my box in there, and my game plan was to see if when London session opened, if we'd get a dip down into this level, right, and then continue in the bullish momentum up to hit that true day open up here, right? So that was like my game plan. That's what I was looking for. And so what I did was I dropped down over to the 1 minute, because this is where I usually take my entries, and I was basically just watching. And so once London opened here, right, I was pretty much just sitting back watching how price would react to this level if it came down, because as you can see here, it did come down in this level and it did go back up. So it was looking good to me, but I didn't want to take it here because it wasn't the kill zone, right, for London. So I waited. I was being patient. As you can see, we kind of started dipping down, and then right in here we hit the 50% level on this fair value gap, which, like I said, was on the 1 hour time frame. And if you guys don't know, if we get a close above this area of this blue box, as you can see, we have this white line right here. As long as we can close above that, that's like a really good indicator that it's going to be a strong move up, right? And so what I did was I took my position right here, and I had my stop loss right below this box, and I was targeting first take profit was going to be here, but then my overall goal was to basically like pass this test in one try. So I was trying to hit this true day open. That was like my big overall take profit, right? But in order for me to pass with the contracts I was taking, I trade the micros, by the way. I don't trade NQ. I trade the minis, the micros. I'm sorry. So I needed to go a little higher than this. So I had my take profit a little bit up here because I needed to hit 1500, right? So this is kind of how it looked when I was mapping it out. I usually like to enter a little bit before it hits this gap, because you'll see a lot of times when you get into this strategy that it won't fully come into here. If it's a strong move, it'll like go like this and then take off without you. So I like to get in a little early, but my stop is always going to be below the gap, right? So that's always how it's going to look for me. And like I said, I was targeting, move this down. And like I said, I was going to target at first was going to be this London high, right? So I was going to hit that first, but then my overall goal was to hit this, but I knew I needed a little bit more in order to pass the test. So I actually had it like up here a little bit like that, just like that. And as you guys can see, we pretty much hit it perfectly. So now I want to go ahead and show you the actual video of the trade that I recorded. And then I also want to talk to you about why it's so important to definitely have your take profits in there if you're physically not at the computer, because you'll see that once I hit this, you'll see what happens in the video. We actually come all the way back down, and if you didn't have your take profits in here, it would have been stopped out for a loss whenever you could have had a big winner, or you could have lost your account due to drawdown. So it's very important to put your levels up here, your take profits, if you're not going to be at the computer. But even if you are, have them out there, man. It's very important, and it'll save your butt, I believe, in the end. So let's go ahead and roll that. Let's go ahead and roll the video of the live trade. Here we go. All right, there you go, guys. That was the video for the trade that got me my second funded account with Apex. I want to show you before we leave. This is what I'm working on right now. I have two other evals that I'm working on right now. I have profits of 839 in one and then 986 on the other. I need to get to 26,500 in order to pass. So I'm almost there. Hopefully this next week coming up, we get some good price action where I can go ahead and get these other two funded, and then I'll have 4 out of the 5 that I'm looking for to get to 100K in funding. I did have 2 others that I lost, but you know, it is what it is. It's part of the game. But for these, I'm going to take my time this week, and hopefully I can get these funded. I will make an update video to let you know how this went. But before we go, I want to show you the Top Step account that I have that I'm also working on here. And as you can see here, for last month, or I believe for the past few weeks, I got a total P&L of 1,597. This is a 50K eval, so I have to get to 3,000. I have a 72% win rate, and then my profit factor is at 2.99. As you can see, this is a little chart here that they give you. Where else can we go? Average winning 2,300, average losing 267, trade direction, 81% long. Best trades 1,228. My worst trades 484. Let's see. So here you go, guys. I haven't traded this account like every day because I'm working on a lot of evals right now. It's probably not the best idea to do, but like I said, I'm just trying to get to as many funded accounts as I can and to get to that first payout. So as you can see, I ended this week green, $652, and then this last week I was up 945. This is a bigger loss here on 2 trades. I should have never traded. The price action wasn't the greatest, but like I said, it is what it is. It's part of the game. You're not going to win every time. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you guys want to see more videos about my journey and whatnot, be sure to subscribe. And I hope this video brought you value. And I hope you guys have a great rest of the year in trading. And, you know, wish you guys the best. And we'll catch you on the next one. We out. Bye. Money line, I'ma run it every time.